Hello, everyone. Welcome to Cherry the Geek TV. I'm Joe Vanourney. Today we are talking with Isaiah Mustafa, who stars as John Sampson in Prime Video's Cross, which is based on James Patterson's Alex Cross novels. Episode starts streaming globally on Prime Video starting November 15th. Hi, Isaiah. Thanks for chatting with us today.
Sure, Joe.
I'm curious, what kind of preparation did you have to do in preparing for your role as John Sampson, both in terms of maybe physical training and or police forensic hangout in the forensics psychology department? What kind of
I,
preparation?
I I usually stay in shape. I do my best to stay in shape. So the physical part wasn't all that difficult. And I had played a detective before, but he wasn't grounded in reality. He was a werewolf detective, if you know. So there wasn't much detecting. It was more werewolfing. So this time I really had to kind of get into the mind of a detective, and the best way that you do that is to talk to real detectives. And we had the benefit of going to Washington D.C. Prior to shooting to kind of hang out with the MPD, Metropolitan Police, and hang out in their detective division and get to know these detectives. I mean, we talked to, at least a dozen detectives and really got to know what it was like to live inside, and to walk in their shoes. And we talked to a psychologist, a forensic psychologist, who, just like Alex, knew like the inner workings of a detective's mind, what they go home with, like the problems that they when they can't leave the job at the job, and they take it home with them. We talked to them. We had very personal conversations with this one detective who really, shared with us some really personal things that gave us such an insight into what it's like to be a detective on the job and to experience tragedy, that it just had such an impact on us that it made the job so much easier when we are on set talking about these things, in this fantasy world.
The previous Alex Cross incarnations on film with Morgan Freeman and Tyler Perry, they're 90 minutes in length, 2 hours in length. They're thrillers, so the story's more leaning into that thriller element, and it's kind of leaving some of the character moments behind. Now that we have this series that's 8 hours long, there's time to flesh out these character moments with Alex Cross and his family and and in your case his partner, and it also gets to deal with real world hot topics like Black Lives Matter and the police relationship with the minority community. I'm interested to get your take on that. How important do you think that is, that we get to flesh the characters out and these moments out over 8 hours?
As you were saying that, I just thought of something that it kind of this may be a good analogy, may not. We'll find out. I think that the other adaptations, those 90-minute long adaptations, you get on board the plane and you take the ride, you get there, boom, you get there fast. You get there and point A to B. I think with our show, it's more like, it's like taking the train. You get on, you get to see everything in detail. You can get off the train and you can explore different areas, get back on the train and keep going. I think that our show is like that. I think that you get to see this universe of Alex Cross from 30,000 feet, but also you get a 360-degree view of this world. And it doesn't shy away from anything. All those things that you mentioned, like police brutality in the community, what it's like to be an African American detective in the community. All those things are put on display for a reason, so that we can show you exactly what these characters go through in those hard, those dark areas, those hard areas, those tough to talk about areas. We attack that, and we just say this is what it is.
Well, we are sadly out of time. You can catch Isaiah in Cross. Episode starts streaming on Prime Video November 15th. Isaiah, thanks for chatting with us today on Cherry the Geek TV.